Well, Josh, it's a lovely day here in Big Town.
Yes, it is, Jesse. Big Town, USA, America. That's where we're located. We've never revealed that before, that Big Town is located within the United States.
I didn't want to alienate our European viewers, but yes, it is true that Big Town is one of the oldest and most noble of American cities.
Yes.
And we're really excited today because Big Town is exercising its civic duty today, Josh.
That's right.
And we're looking down the ballot with excitement. And we'll be here in the pundit box giving you live updates.
That's right. So Jesse, are you telling me that this is the Big Town election special?
That's right. This is the Big Town election special. Unless you think that it shouldn't be, in which case you can just stonewall and claim that it isn't the Big Town election special.
Yeah, that's allowed. That's all allowed.
Yeah.
So this is Big Town Improv. It's an improvised podcast. Jesse and I are going to tell some true stories from which we will draw inspiration to do a montage of short improvised scenes.
You betcha. Mm-hmm. And then in the second part of the Big Town Improv podcast episode, we will be doing a long scene, which is going to have multiple characters, locations, and places, all done as a whole movie just for you, the listener.
And today it will all be election related.
Yes, we'll get election words, we'll tell election stories, and we'll celebrate the importance of free and fair elections in the United States.
Yes, that's right. Now, Jesse.
Yes.
We are, of course, having our election special several weeks after the United States election. In general, here on Big Town, we've kind of shied away from any pop culture, or not pop culture, any
Oh no, we do pop culture like mad.
We do pop culture all the time. We've shied away from any current event is what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Materials. I guess for a combination of reasons. One, it's often very sad and hard to make funny, or people are already making it funny to excess on Twitter and such. And we tell stories from the past, but Jesse, things have changed a little bit.
I think that they have changed. I think we've rounded a corner, Josh.
I've heard that phrase a lot, and I feel good.
Yes, there's. I mean, let's be honest. There's still an undercurrent of existential dread that plagues our existence, but that's just life now. That's just.
And it's nowhere near as bad as it has been. Like, it's so strange, such a weird thing to talk about. But
indeed, but yes, you are right, Josh. We are officially leaning into the political side of things, and we are going to talk about elections and politics and Now, it's true that political discussions can get a little bit heated, but but I don't want the listener to worry. I can cut Josh off at any moment through my system here. I can just
through his system. It's true, but look, I don't want to alienate any of our listeners, like I'm keeping this right down the middle. I'm not going to offend. I don't want to offend anybody unless they're a Republican.
Yes, those guys. You guys can just
they can fuck right
off. Yes.
I mean, come on. Yes. Well, so Jesse, do you have any? This is a little bit broad, but do you have any election or politics stories?
I did run for class president once.
Did you?
Yes, I lost. I'm sorry to say. And I wore a suit and everything.
That may have been your undoing.
Do you think so?
Did anybody else wear a suit?
No, they did not. You think it made me come across as something of an elitist, out of touch with the common man?
Yeah, it may have been. These kids, they want someone they can illegally have a beer with.
Yes, have a juice with, I guess.
How old were you? What grade was this?
Let's see. I must have been in 4th grade because my brother was in 6th. He ran too and also lost.
Oh man.
Yes, we're not a politically gifted family.
It's not.
We're like the reverse.
What was your
Kennedys.
platform? Do you remember? Like, did you have to give a speech or make posters or?
Posters, yes, and I did have to make a speech. But the thing was, of course, that as school office, you didn't actually get to have a platform or introduce any policies. You just got you just got extra responsibilities, like.
Right. I feel like on TV, like whenever they do student government, kids are always being like, "We're gonna put chocolate milk in the water fountains." It's like, no, you're not. You're not allowed to do that. It's not a
promise that you can make. Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother promised to introduce a suggestion box for kids to give feedback. Of course, which is a nice thought, but they can already do that for the amount of effect that it would have.
Right. You can leave a paper on your teacher's desk that says
"I want chocolate milk in the water fountain." It's going to be just as effective as if you put it in a suggestion box.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
What about you, Josh? Did you ever run for any kind of office? Participate in any kind of election?
I remember I sort of ran my friend's campaign for running for school office.
You're a kingmaker, I see.
Yeah, exactly. I knew a little Photoshop or maybe not even. I think maybe we just cut out paper and we made funny posters. But unfortunately, his whole platform ended up being that the posters were funny, I think.
All flash and no substance. It's a bad way to run a campaign.
Exactly.
So he did not win, or did he win?
He did not win. No, a more popular kid did.
Yeah, that's how it.
Can you believe it?
That's how it shakes out, man.
I can this is sort of a weird story, but I could talk about the day that we found out Trump was elected.
It sounds like a sad story, Josh.
Well, I just think it's like everybody kind of has a crazy story of that day. Like the world was different, and I was here in New York City, and like it was bizarre. Like it was so quiet. Like it was. It wasn't like a holiday or like if a physical disaster happened where there'd be less people around, like now during the COVID-19 crisis. It was all the same number of people, but it was just dead quiet and like, and people just sort of trudging through. I remember I went to work, and again, just dead silent. I work in animation, bunch of Looney Tunes up there, but it was dead silent at work. I remember just like sitting at my computer, like trying to drown out anything by listening to the Little Shop of Horrors soundtrack. And
now, interesting.
Yeah. So like, then suddenly the silence was broken by a couple of guys who were working in my area, and they just started saying like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew all along this was going to happen. They kept going back and forth, explaining how they knew the whole time. And
surprising number of people knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. It was a 50-50 shot. This, of course, culminated with a woman standing up and being like, "Hey, no, you're not doing this now. Go into the other room if you're going to talk about this. Which was exactly what I was thinking. So
now, did out of curiosity, in terms of a counterpoint, were you in New York City on Saturday the 7th of November?
I was actually. My my girlfriend who lives in Astoria texted me on Saturday. It was like they called it.
Lives in a storybook?
Oh, sorry, Astoria, which is a neighborhood of Queens not far from mine. And she texted me saying, like, they called it, like, Biden, is for sure going to win. And she was saying, like, it was crazy here in Astoria, where, like, people are just, like...
That's probably the first time that's ever been said.
No, Astoria is a pretty happening neighborhood.
Is it indeed?
It is. It's it's a hip neighborhood. Apparently,
Wild
people
place.
were just like going crazy, like yelling. All, you saw it on TV. I was outside when I got this message, and nobody was doing anything. Like, I was just running errands, and like, I guess everybody was doing the same. They're like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
what about you? Can you? Sorry, go on.
Yes, it was an interesting thing for me, like, because that was a rough 4 days. Like, I remember just feeling like a sense of relief that, like, we had a definitive end, which we don't, by the way, thanks to
thanks to this guy that a lot of people still wanted to be president.
Yes.
Yeah. That is, this is a crazy move. There's a dark side to this for sure. There's also a funny side to it. It is really crazy to just be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I mean, it's what we all knew what was going to happen, but
I mean, honestly, was anybody expecting like a gracious concession, like a guy fought a good campaign. We had different ideas about that. Isn't that awful that like the very idea of me saying that is ridiculous to you?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is awful.
It's the very suggestion that he might do something remotely human is enough to make
really
people...
tickles me. Yeah. The idea of that tickles me. I remember... Well, so like when Biden and Harris like gave their speeches on Saturday, like... they were very good speeches, I think. But even so, like... From the beginning, I'm like listening to them, and they're pretty straightforward, normal speeches, but like they're in full sentences and they're talking about philosophy and ideals. And I was like, this is awesome. Like,
it is a sad thing.
My standards are so low.
Well, Josh, so that we don't get too mired in discussing the sad sociological state of affairs of the 21st century, are you ready?
Election special.
Are you ready for a certain element of our show that is happens?
I sure am, Jesse.
All right, let me call in the electors. Here they come.
Here they come.
All right, now you guys know how this works. You have, for some stupid reason, instead of simply going from one thing to the next, like, we have to insert this unnecessary middle step where you guys...
right, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, here they come. They're ready to certify. Okay, Corey, talk to me. How are we doing? How are we polling with third graders?
Well, Jeffrey, I told you you're doing great with the fifth grade.
Good.
They kind of they see where you're coming from. They see you as a relatable person. They see you as a smart person. The third graders, they unfortunately, according to these recent polls, a good percentage of them are saying they find you, well, to be a real stinky poopy bottom.
Stinky poopy bottom? What the hell? We spent $5 million in ads for the third grade, and you're telling me I'm not polling above a stinky poopy bottom?
I'm afraid not, Jeffrey.
That seems low for third grade. I mean, I would expect a certain degree more. That's like kindergarten level insult. Come on.
That may be a little bit on us for including that as one of the poll options, but
let me see this. You have
sure.
You have good, great, okay, and stinky poopy bottom.
Yeah, that's boy. I'm not a good campaign manager. We're gonna have to dig out of this hole that I essentially created. But look, obviously you're giving your speech. Like we need to travel to the third grade wing.
Yeah, you're right.
I have a feeling when the third graders, when the third graders meet you and see you in person, they'll see that your bottom isn't stinky.
That's true. Okay. I want plants in there. I want softball questions coming from those third graders, Corey.
All right. That we can make that happen. We can. I think we can dress up a couple of our fourth grade interns.
Excellent. Good.
Should be able to.
Good thinking, Corey. Alternatively, what are your thoughts on redistricting? So most of the second grade, we just grab Mrs. Landowski's class, and that's part of second grade now. Because I've been polling high there.
Yeah. Second grade is excited for you. In fact, these latest polls are saying that they think your bottom smells great.
I saw those. That's weird. Because that's not one of the options. They wrote that in.
That one was other. Please explain.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and put on my backwards hat and
cool
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. I hate the trappings of office, Corey.
Yeah. This is what they want to see. This is the people of this school.
All right. Okay. All right. Here I go. All right. Hello, third grade.
Hey, poopy bottom.
My name is Jeffrey Poupée Bottom. I'm running for your class president, and I want to talk to you guys about some of the exciting things I'm going to do once I'm president. And the first thing is...
Are you gonna fart on us?
Good question. Thank you for that. No. Unlike my opponent, Zach, I am running on a strict no farts policy.
No farts at all?
Well, I mean, obviously, everyone supports the current fart system that we have. I'm not suggesting... If you have a fart provider, you can keep that fart provider. No one's suggesting that be taken away. But
okay.
But additional farting will go through a complex process involving a committee I'm going to establish.
Okay. Mr. Candidate, I have a question.
Yes, the fancy kid.
As a third grader, I was in second grade last year and am not yet in fourth grade. And I just wanted to ask, how is it that you keep your butt smelling so clean and good? Wink.
Oh, now I meant to keep this to political questions, but I'd like to tell this story because it's a funny story. It's
Hey, wait a minute. Roger, isn't that your brother?
Yeah, that's Duncan.
Duncan's in 4th grade.
Hey, Duncan, what's the deal?
I'm not Duncan. I am in 3rd grade.
All right, see, he's very clearly established that he's neither Duncan, and he is not in 4th grade. He's in 3rd grade.
I
Okay,
think my
let's
friend
move on.
Roger recognizes his own brother. I think this is a plant. Boo!
Where did they get these tomatoes and rotten eggs? Corey, you promised me.
Show and tell day.
And you brought rotten fruit?
We all are showing our rotten eggs.
God damn it. Corey, get me out of here.
Right this way, Mr. Candidate.
How are we going to spin this, Corey?
You know what? I think you should go back out there and make some big promises. Big promises for the 3rd grade. The 3rd grade wants the good playground for recess. Tell them you'll give it to them.
That's impossible. The the good playground is set aside for 1st grade because apparently they have emotional problems.
Look, this is the last chance you got.
All right. Okay, we'll make it work. 3rd grade. I'm happy to announce a new initiative called the Good Playground Act.
Playground? Playground.
I know how much you guys want the good playground, and I want you to have the good playground.
Whoa, Poupée Bottom wants us to have a good playground.
I like what Poupée Bottom is saying. And I'm going to work with your teachers and the custodian to explore all possible avenues to get that good playground.
No, you're not.
Shut up, Mr. Douglas.
I'm just telling you what you have power to do as a student president. No, he's right. Shut up, Mr. Douglas.
Let's throw erasers at him.
Yeah. Shut up, Mr. Douglas.
Oh no. Somehow my campaign has mutated into an anti-law and order sequence. This isn't going to pull well with 5th grade, Corey.
Or the teachers, for sure.
They don't. Do they vote?
I don't think so. No, they shouldn't anyway. Have you talked to him yet?
No. There's no. Why talk to him now? We can take.
I just look. We've both been his aides for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else to say it. As soon as word came in that Biden won,
yeah,
he turned normal.
I know. It's I kind of want to ask him about it.
It's almost more disturbing than when he was an awful, tyrannical, just like toxic person to work for. Now he's normal.
Alan, how are you? How are the children?
Oh, Mr. Trump. My children?
Yes.
You knew I have children?
Of course. I'm a busy man, but I try to stay involved with my aides' personal lives.
Oh, yeah, the kids are good.
Now, Alan, you should be wearing a mask.
What?
Yes, public health is extremely important to me.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, you're right. I should. Put it on. Okay. Anyway, what's on the agenda today, Mr. President? Do you want to, make some kind of rally of millions of people come together for a purpose that is unclear?
Obviously, the major thing is to do my concession speech.
What?
Yes, but I realize we need to start moving forward to make it as seamless and peaceful a transition as possible. But I want you to all to remember, we do still have 3 months left where we will be working hard for the good of America.
Sir, what happened to you?
Did you hit your head? Did you start doing drugs, or did you stop doing drugs? Is there a drug-related element here?
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, I just feel that the American people, who everything I've done has been for them, need to have a leader that they can look up to and respect. That applies on the international stage as well.
But why now?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Excuse me, Mr. President.
Yes, Mitch, what can I do for you?
I was just wondering, I brought in these healthy meals you asked me to bring. You said we were gonna treat everyone to lunch.
That's right, but remember that we want to enforce social distancing rules, Mitch. But I did want to talk to you about some bills that I think will get bipartisan support. I need you to stop just stonewalling everything that comes your way.
Huh.
Because remember...
Yeah, all right, I will. Wait, what?
Is that all it took? Is he growing a chin? Am I wrong about that?
Okay, Mr. President, I'll get right on that.
Okay, he's still like a southerner, but that makes sense. But
yeah, no, he wouldn't change his accent.
This is definitely having like far-reaching consequences. Maybe this is like a liar situation. Someone check on his kids and see if someone like wished for him for 24 hours to be like a normal human.
Did somebody call my name?
Okay, they're the same. But wait, look when they interact with him. I just want you to know that you don't have to try and live up to my legacy, or you can be your own person, and I'm proud of you no matter what, as long as you do the right thing.
Huh? I don't get it, Dad.
But look, the longer they spend with him, the more normal they become.
Ooh, my teeth are going inside my mouth.
And my douchey beard is evaporating.
Whoa, it's actually evaporating.
This is weird.
It's turning into a cloud.
Well,
hey, Dad, does this mean you've forgiven your own father?
I understand him, but many of his actions were toxic and hurtful, and now I realize how that impacted my own emotional health. So no, I have not forgiven him, but I do understand him a bit better now.
Yeah, that's a really reasonable position to take on this.
Yeah,
something that everybody could learn from.
Very healthy. Hey, I think it's inappropriate for us to be a part of politics at all, right? It's smacks of nepotism, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, at the very least, it creates the appearance of conflict of interest. You shouldn't appoint your family members to high-ranking positions.
Right, especially considering our lack of experience.
Yeah, very true. Here, Jared is slithering in now. We should tell him about this as well.
Hey, Jared. No, don't shrink away from us, Jared. We're a family.
This is just the sunlight. Jared, I want you to know that I think I put too much responsibility on your shoulders. And again, as Don Jr. says, we want to avoid the appearance of a conflict of interest. So I'd like you to step aside and pursue other important work.
Besides, you probably regret some of the things you've said about how the sort of political advantages of the increase of COVID cases, among other things.
Now that you've said that, I do indeed regret those things. Listen to
his new voice.
It's not just like an animal whine. Now, actually, while I've got everybody here and we're all, doing social distancing and enjoying our healthy lunch, I did want to. I'm going to do my concession speech today, but I want. Where's my speechwriter? I want to make sure that there's definitely a part in there where I disavow white supremacists and.
Check.
That shouldn't be a controversial thing to do, right? Just.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, now that we say it out loud, no, right?
No, right. You should just. This is gross to say, but even if we don't feel that way, we might as well just say it, right?
That's
it's like not controversial.
We can. I feel like pretty human now, but even when we weren't. We could have just acted human.
Yes, exactly. That's my thoughts at this point as well.
Yes. So let's make sure that none of these extremist groups, I want them all to understand that there is no place for them in America, even if they vote for me, which I hope they don't, because I don't want the support of people like that.
The ground opens up, flames emit from the ground. It is me, Satan.
Oh my. Well, I realize we've had a cordial relationship in the past, but I want you to understand that I'm a different person now.
That's interesting. All right, I can get behind that. You know what?
Wait,
Hell is heaven now. What?
Wait a minute. Are you responsible for this, or?
I don't know. I'm just also really bad, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
But not anymore.
Okay, this is working out, I guess. Should I write you a concession speech too, Mr. Satan?
Yes, please do. Actually, come to think of it, you two aides who seem to not agree with any of this, but still work here and support everything that happens. You're now kind of the most evil ones among us.
Hey, I wrote an op-ed in the New York Times, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I interviewed a bunch of Trump voters to see what they were thinking.
Huh? Oh my God, he's right. We were the real problem all along, the enablers.
All right, well, I'm going to make one exception. You'll be my last two to go burn for eternity.
Hold on. I think I should go with you too, because even though I've changed now, it doesn't undo all the things I've done in the past.
Yep, that's right.
This is deserved. What's happening now? Wow. It feels so surreal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The day after.
Mm-hmm.
I never really expected this,
No.
Although,
me neither.
Now that I think about it, the signs kind of were there, weren't they?
Huh. I mean,
Lex Luthor always said he was going to kill Superman, and he had kryptonite, which is Superman's one weakness. So...
yeah. I mean, I guess I kind of was thinking but he's just a human being. Superman's so much stronger.
Yes.
But then again, had always said that, Lex Luthor does have that purple and green robot suit, which kind of evens out the playing fields there a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always knew that Luthor was gonna manage it eventually.
Yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it, I also always knew that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Batman would have won.
Oh, for sure, Batman would have won. Like,
yeah,
there's no question. Like, Batman, yeah, like Batman's got the brains,
Yeah.
Gadgets. Yeah,
I think that Aquaman would have won. Even that's a controversial position to take, but I think that would have.
No, I totally agree.
Aquaman
just in. A news bulletin out of Metropolis Daily News. Lex Luthor has now also killed Batman and Aquaman. Details at 9.
Guy's a little too chipper, I think. But
yeah, but
I
now that I think about it, like Lex Luthor, like he had kryptonite. He Batman doesn't even have any powers.
Yeah, like kryptonite.
Of course, he killed him.
Kryptonite only works on Superman, but it's still a heavy rock.
Right? Great point.
Yeah.
Great point. And he's still got a robot suit.
And Aquaman, let's be honest, is really only effective in the sea.
Yeah. No, I always knew that Lex Luthor was gonna kill.
But now that Lex Luthor has killed the Justice League, we owe it to him to respect that he is now the Justice League, right? Like,
I guess so. I mean, there still are other heroes out there that can sort of stand in his way, and maybe they'll be the ones to do it.
I mean, I suppose it's possible. Who we got left? Animal Man? Swamp Thing?
Yeah. Animal Man, Swamp Thing, any of the ones that kind of talk to nature and plants. You know what? Swamp Thing could definitely kill Lex Luthor. He could probably talk to some daisies and
daisies would fuck you up, man.
Luthor's face. Yeah, maybe he's allergic. I don't know.
Nobody knows if Lex Luthor is allergic to. Well, Lex Luthor probably knows. I assume he would know his own medical history.
Yeah, and Animal Man. Animal Man could probably bore Lex Luthor to death with a long recap of how influential and important that one time he met basically Wile E. Coyote was.
Yeah. Man, I wonder if another of those news bulletins are going to pipe in at any time.
It's another news bulletin. Lex Luthor has just killed Animal Man and Swamp Thing. News at 9:45.
They could just give the same story at the, seems to be an ongoing thing where he's just killing heroes really quickly.
There's not going to be many heroes left. At the end of the day, it's just going to be, you and me.
I guess you're right, huh?
Of course, we are.
We are two of the best, honestly.
Two of the best. We are
Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
There we go. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. Yep, that's us.
Yep.
Man, if Luthor tried to come for me, the Blue Beetle.
You've got a grappling hook.
I've got a grappling hook. I've got a gun that shoots flashes of light.
Yep.
And I got a big spaceship.
Bright light, too. Bright light.
Yep. Very bright. Very bright. Hard to see.
Yep. Plus, I've got flight and these glasses, these goggles, like visor thing
Gold
going on.
Goggles, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's done if he comes for us. Yeah.
It's me, Lex Luthor. Bazap.
You got us both. How you doing, Beetle?
I always knew he would get us both.
Now I think about it, we didn't have a chance.
No, no, I said it all along. I said it all along.
Yeah.
I always do.
Josh, how you doing? Let's check in with our man on the ground, Josh Pilch. Josh, you're there right now in Big Town during the election special. How are things looking?
That's right. Well, Jesse, not a whole lot of new information. Obviously, I've been standing here in front of this map for 4 days straight.
Yep.
We're seeing incremental growth in votes from the state of Pennsylvania.
I'm going to have to cut you off, Josh. I'm getting in a new bulletin, and that's that. After doing the montage, it is tradition to go on to the second part, the long scene. I'm going down to Josh Pilch in the Situation Room for confirmation on that. Josh, can you tell us about the long scene?
Yeah, well, the long scene, it's a classic tradition here in Big Town. We're going to, I guess we're going to get some random words, and that's going to inspire a story for us to perform.
Okay, now, just to confirm, this was going to happen whether or not we talked about it, right?
That is right. I'm going to stay in front of this map.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like it's time for the long scene here.
That's true, but Jesse, of course, this is our election special.
Yep, it sure is.
So perhaps, is there such a thing as a random political word generator?
Well, as it turns out, it really isn't. But there are a couple of generators that we could use. We could generate a political party or a three-word slogan. A political slogan, if you like.
That sounds interesting. I found the Scholastic list of top political vocabulary words for grades 6 through 12.
I see. Well, I do love grades 6 through 12.
But this is all alphabetical order. This isn't helpful. Let's go with a slogan, maybe.
All right. That sounds good to me, Josh. Let's generate a random political three-word slogan. Okay. Where are you? Okay. So, shall we each get a slogan, Josh?
That's a good idea.
Okay, here's your... Okay, yours is improve the highways.
All right.
So there you go. The slogan for the Josh Pilch campaign is improve the highways. And my slogan is a bleeding heart community.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Bert, these highways are terrible.
Well, I say it every time we drive this way, Sheila, but I mean, nothing's gonna happen, with these fat cats in the local government. I don't know. They don't care about the little guy like me or you. Well, we're just gonna have to keep driving on this unpaved 4-lane highway.
I guess you're right. Oh man, it's just tearing up the tires. Hey, what's this? Newspaper has just flown into our windshield because of the poorness of these. It says deadline to register as a candidate is tomorrow. Well, I'll just turn on the wipers.
Wait a minute. I'm reaching out. Grab it before it flies away. Candidate for what? Let me see what this paper says.
All right. I'll pull us into the Five Guys parking lot.
Cool. Sounds good. They're looking for... for some reason, they're looking for candidates for mayor.
Yeah, I've heard they've had a hard time of it lately. Yeah. Nobody wants to run our awful town.
No, it's true. Well, here's why too. It says the old mayor died of of
Oh,
grief over running the worst town in the whole state.
it's true. We've got the worst town.
Sheila, no, I don't want to lose you to the killing grief.
Bert, why are you the only one who well, actually, that's not true. You are one of a selection of citizens who doesn't seem to be affected by this pervasive grief.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I grew up here. I guess there's still part of me that kind of hopes that one day it could get better. That maybe one day we could improve the highways, among other things.
Well, according to the paper, the only other person who's registered as a candidate is Nigel Fat Caddington. That rich guy.
The town rich guy?
Yeah, he runs the Fat Caddington milk factory.
Yeah, he runs the factory, but of course his mansion isn't even in this town.
No, that's actually an interesting thing. I guess he's registered as a citizen here, but he actually lives over in wealthy Knowles.
That's right. And meanwhile, here's you and me stuck here in poor holes.
I wish our two towns didn't rhyme. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Me too.
Man. But, well, anyone who ran against him would have a hard time of it, of course, because of his massive wealth. He's just going to flood the airwaves with campaign ads. I guess he won't unless he gets an opponent, because if he runs unopposed, what's the point in doing a campaign?
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe. No, it would never work.
You're right. Whatever your idea is, it won't work.
Let's go into Five Guys.
Here we go. I'm one of the Five Guys, and I'm picking on the little guy here.
Why do we go into this local establishment that's called Five Guys after the 5 bullies who work here and hurt all of us?
It's because our town is too poor to...
I know. And they do have the best burgers.
Our town is so poor.
Sheila, no, don't cry. Boy, if I was mayor of this town, you would never cry again, and we would never get bullied by the 5 guys.
Well, you are getting bullied. We bullied.
Yeah, you are.
You sure are.
It's me, Guy Bennington.
And I'm the 5th guy. Guy Pierce.
Hello, I'm Guy Ritchie.
I am 19th century French author Guy de Maupassant.
And go ahead, tell him who you are, the one who talked the first time.
Yeah, I will.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. You're just Guy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What was all that funny talk about you being mayor?
Yes, it won't happen. Not as long as we're here to pick on the little guy.
Oh, well said, Mr. Pierce.
Thank you, Mr. Ritchie.
Have we ever worked together?
Probably. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon and all that.
Yes, and all that.
I shall write a story about how you won't win the mayoral election, Bert.
That's it. You guys have pushed me to my brink. I'm going to run for mayor of Poor Hole.
Gasps. Well, you've got my vote, Bert. You hear that, 5 guys? He's got my vote.
Yeah, so what? He's got 5 votes against him.
Yes, none of us will vote for him.
There's no way.
Especially after I write this story about a necklace.
That's probably going to take a little while, Mr. Guy to something.
Guy de Maupassant, you peasant!
Sorry.
I'm one of the most important French writers of the 19th century. You should know that.
Okay, fine. Sheila, what did the newspaper say? What do I have to do to enter the race?
You just have to go down to City Hall and officially pay the $15 fine to enter as a candidate in the mayoral race.
A fine, not a fee?
Yes.
They fine you for running?
It's a bad town, Bert.
Yeah. I'm going to change a lot of things. All right, Sheila, will you come to City Hall with me?
Yes, Bert. Yes, I will. Oh, City Hall is where I saw that sad dog.
Oh, yeah. That's... I know you just moved here, but yeah, that's the sad dog of City Hall. He's always there. All right. Let's go to City Hall.
Welcome to City Hall. What can I do for you?
I'll tell you what you can do for me. Put me down as a candidate for mayor of Poorhole.
Oh, what's this? You're running for mayor? Well, perhaps nobody told you that I'm actually running for mayor, so you should save your $15, Bert.
So it's you.
Nigel Fat Cattington. Cigar?
No thanks. I don't smoke.
Add that to his list of things that we'll criticize him for in the ads.
Yes, right away, sir.
I have a little sycophantic man who does my bidding.
My name is Snivelly.
Man, and he is snivelly. Do you have anyone like that, Bert?
Yes, if you're going to have to run for mayor, you need a campaign manager. I hadn't thought of that.
I'll be your campaign manager, Bert. I'll be Snively for you.
Sheila, I mean, we kind of only just started dating. Are you sure? Like, this is kind of serious.
Yes, I'm gonna do it, and I think my experience as Barack Obama's campaign manager in 2008 will help you.
Yeah, right. You'll never beat Mr. Fat Caddington.
Yes, or not nearly hunched over and sniveling enough.
Yeah, and furthermore, everybody knows that in Poorhole, if you've got the vote of the 5 guys, then you're going to win the election.
It's the most important constituency there is, and I've bribed them all. I'm sorry, not bribed.
Hey, what did you say?
Nothing, clerk.
Okay.
Not bribed. What's the legal term for bribes, Noodle?
They lobbied for you.
There we go, yes. Well, I'll see you on the campaign trail, Bert, and I'll extinguish my cigar on you.
Ow! Jesus! Is anybody going to do anything about that?
He's very rich, sir.
Hardly
All right.
seems fair.
All right, we need to mount an aggressive campaign against Fat Caddington, Bert. Here's what we'll do. Negative ads.
I don't know. Negative ads? I don't know if I want to do that.
He's genuinely evil, Bert. He's a genuinely evil man.
It's just... Look, I guess I should really listen to anything you say, considering that you... brought Barack Obama to first be elected as president of the United States. But I don't know. It's just
that wasn't just me. It was a big campaign.
But even so, I don't know. I just feel this weird sense of hope for this town, and I just wish that I could make them want to vote for me without having to go negative.
I understand. All right, then we'll do a campaign trail montage. Are you ready?
Yeah, just wallet, keys, phone. Okay, let's do a montage.
Okay. Bert Lankowski is the man for Poor Hole. Bert Lankowski has over 7 years of experience as the general manager of a Staples, and he's going to bring that experience to Poor Hole.
Hello, citizens of Poor Hole. Hi, Bert Lankowski.
Hi, shaking hands.
Hi, Bert Lankowski. Hi. I'm shaking hands with all the people.
What will you do about the highways?
The highways, you say? I'll improve the highways.
I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah, we like Bert Lankowski.
What do you say about accusations from Nigel Fat Caddington that you're a stinky poopy bottom?
What? Well, I mean, we're all adults here. You're not. That doesn't affect your the way you vote.
It's not a very strong denial, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't smell his bottom from here, but you think he'd say something.
Yeah, I mean, if he wasn't, surely he'd deny it more forcefully.
No, look, no, my bottom isn't stinky. I shower regularly, and a little late, don't you think? Now it took its time.
What would you do about getting more Guy Pearce movies into Poor Hole?
Well, honestly, once we clean up the highways a little bit, maybe it would be a good place to film things here.
I don't know other four guys. He's making me think.
One of the guys is starting to change his mind.
Improved highways so we could actually bring in... Hey, Richie, this might be good for you, too.
I suppose you're right. Guys, what are you doing?
After all, we still don't like Bert.
Yeah, don't change your mind. Of course, where one guy goes, the other guys go.
That's the rule. After all, we already got these big stacks of money from Fat Caddington.
Ooh, I love these stacks of money.
Even though we're both pretty wealthy guys, you and me, Guy Ritchie.
Yes, it's true. Hey, did you hear that? The 5 guys are going to vote for Fat Caddington.
We should vote for Fat Caddington, too.
I agree. Vote for Fat Caddington.
Okay, this campaign rally is not going so great for you, Bert. All right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, what's Fat Caddington's platform anyway?
More wealth for Fat Caddington.
Yeah, but that's not much of a slogan, right?
That is a slogan. It's weird.
It is?
Yeah. Okay, there's only one thing we can do.
No, doesn't he have a different slogan? Let's see if one of his ads comes on, and maybe we'll hear what
Okay, here it comes.
Hello, I'm Nigel Fat Caddington. You've probably heard that my campaign is all about putting more wealth in my pocket. Well, I assure you it's not. What's the big epidemic facing the town of Poor Hole today? We're a weird town where people die of grief all the time. And I'm going to improve our bleeding heart community. Because I think it's actually some kind of physical problem with people's hearts. And I'm surprised that no one has made a more concerted medical effort to discover what the source of this is. They just keep saying it's grief. That's not medicine.
Paid for by the committee to elect Fat Caddington.
I mean, he does raise a good point.
That was a pretty good point.
Okay, there's only one thing to do here, Bert. We're going to have to schedule a debate between you two. All right, let's begin our debate prep.
All right.
Later, at the night of the debate. All right, we're here with moderator Chris Wallace and our candidates, Nigel Fat Caddington, private citizen and owner of the Fat Caddington Corporation, and Mr. Bert Lankowski, general manager of the Staples on 5th.
All right, candidates, we have a couple of questions to get started.
Can you spit out all that maple syrup?
What? You mean this maple syrup? Tastes so sweet. Okay. We'll start with Mr. Fat Caddington. What would you do to improve the education system here in Porthole?
I'll tell you what I wouldn't improve. The highways. That's a big waste of money that Bert Lankowski wants to waste your tax dollars on the highways. And I have reason to believe that Bert Lankowski is a devil worshipper.
Wait, what? He didn't even answer the question. My plan for the highway... please wait your turn, Mr. Lankowski.
Ooh, okay, this is starting off a bit rough. Okay, Bert, come on. You gotta focus on the issues.
The issues, right, the issues. Look, it is now time for your reaction to his statement. Good, okay. So, the thing is, first of all, my plan to...
Lankowski sucks. Dun, dun.
Can he do this? Can he...
I'd like to play a little song for you called Bert Lankowski Sucks. Goes a little something like this. Oh, Bert Lankowski, boy does he suck. Oh, feel free to answer the question. Bert Lankowski sucks real bad.
I just... We need to make this town better. Look, I know it's going to be a lot of work, but if we all pitch in our best skills with me as your leader, I think we can turn Porthole into a place where we've got highways to drive on, and you know, you asked about education. Maybe we'll have a school where the class sizes are less than 60. And
Pipe dream idealist. How much is all this going to cost?
Well, according to these calculations that I have on a graph behind me,
the person who has calculations
minimal
sucks.
Cost.
But you heard him. He said it's going to be maximum cost.
No, I said minimum cost.
I don't know, Guy. I think he said minimum.
I think that's what I heard too.
Well, what do we think about that debate, Colin? I think it was a strong showing for Bert Lankowski.
I have to agree that this could mean a huge shift in the polls.
Yeah.
Of course, election day is tomorrow. And
candidates are making their final push. Though Fat Caddington has been observed with his campaign manager Snively in a darkened room plotting some evil twist.
So we got that to look forward to tomorrow.
Damn it, Snively. He might beat me. What do we do?
I'm going through all of our plans. What about this one? Blow up his car.
I like it. What kind of car is it?
It's oh great! It's the explosion-proof
Buick Letty.
Damn it! Explosion-proof Buick Letty. All right. What else do we have, Snively?
This is so strange. It seems that this seemingly unassuming candidate is immune to any of our attacks. Of course, except there is, well, I don't know.
What do you mean, Snively? You've never shown a conscience before. Spit it out.
Good point, sir. Well, this town is a place where people die of grief quite regularly.
It's true, because but I still maintain that it's some kind of undiagnosed medical problem.
Whatever, I don't care. But Bert, of course, has never displayed this type of grief. But if we could get him to before the election, then maybe he'd die and you'd win automatically.
That's a good plan, but he's walked by that sad dog at City Hall like 6 times and it hasn't done anything.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to find something much sadder.
We kill his wife.
Jesus, no.
Oh, I guess they're not married. He just said they were dating.
Right, they're dating, but
that probably wouldn't have the same emotional impact anyway.
No.
What's the saddest thing you can think of, Snively?
The saddest thing I can think of.
Losing money.
And that's pretty sad, but let me think. Like
That one episode of Futurama with the dog.
That's it. You're a genius, sir.
Genius. Perfect. Yeah, get that episode on DVD and put it on his front door.
Oh, I'll do just that, sir. You can count on me.
Bert, are you there? Working on your are you working on a speech? Oh, a concession speech? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have the financial backing that Fat Caddington has.
Well, I still think you have a shot. Hey, someone left a blank DVD on our front doorstep. Do you want to watch it?
Sure. What is this I'm feeling, Sheila?
It's grave.
I was prepared to watch something funny. It was a silly cartoon with a talking robot, and then it ended with the dog waiting for him.
What's happening, Bert?
Oh my God, Sheila! My heart!
Bert! Oh no! You're too sad. We've got to get you less sad. How can we do that? I know. There's only one thing to do. I'll scoop you up in my arms. Running as fast as I can down these shitty highways.
But Sheila, you're sad too. Are you going to make it?
I'm sad, but I'm still going to act because I believe in you, Bert.
Oh, that makes me cry even more because I appreciate you.
Five Guys! I need the best burger you've got!
Huh? What's all this about?
It's Sheila, and she's carrying Bert Lankowski in her arms, and he's bleeding very, very badly from the heart.
Yeah. What? You want our greatest burger? Why should we help you?
Well, because Bert Lankowski cares about this town. Also because he's a human being, and I feel like that's the ethical thing to do.
We don't care much about ethics. Isn't that right, Guy Pearce?
Quite right, Guy Ritchie. All we care about is making blockbuster movies.
Yes.
And I care about writing 19th century French literature.
All right. What if I could convince each of you one by one to vote for me, and then you'll have to save my life.
It makes an interesting point. Guy conference. What do you say, other guys? Wait, by the way, I just want to reiterate. It's me, Guy de Maupassant. Then there's Guy Ritchie, Guy Pearce. Who are the other two guys?
Guy Pennington.
And just Guy.
Yes, those are the 5 guys.
And Guy Pennington, what is your deal?
I invented the accelerate hand dryers.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not famous.
Still, that's important.
Yeah, those things work good.
All right. Then we have agreed. You may convince us what
You did? I heard everything you said. It didn't sound
Shut
like
up.
you were talking about...
You start with me, French writer Guy de Maupassant.
Okay. Guy de Maupassant.
That's right.
Well, have you ever wanted to teach, Mr. de Maupassant?
Yeah, I could teach all the children at Pure Hall how to speak with an obnoxious French accent.
Well, I think I can make that happen if you agree to improve our youth's education.
Ha ha! All right, you have my work, Bert Lankowski.
Okay, who's next?
It's me, Guy Pearce.
All right, Guy Pearce, star of Memento, I think.
Sure.
What are you looking at, Guy?
Nothing. Yes, it's Memento. I was
Iron
also.
Man 3.
That's right.
Well,
Prometheus.
let's go with Memento. One thing that's sorely lacking in this town is an eye toward the arts. When you no doubt put those actual tattoos on your body yourself, I noticed you had a real eye for design. Maybe we could get you to, clean up the downtown. Maybe commission a mural in the style of your tattoos from that movie.
Of course, a beautiful mural, all right down Main Street in the style of the disturbing tattoos from the film Memento.
Which I think are just like notes. They're just like words.
You've got my vote, Bert Lankowski.
But how are you ever going to convince me, Guy Ritchie? Well, Guy Ritchie, director of Sherlock Holmes, and what's the one that like really got you like on the map? Now, what are you looking at? Nothing. Just searching the old memory banks. That's right, Snatch. You know what that movie is, right?
I loved Snatch. I also enjoyed Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Well, I know I didn't see that movie. I do know that Snatch is a 2000 British crime comedy film featuring an ensemble cast.
More importantly, he directed the bad Aladdin live-action remake. What will you do about that, Bert?
You're talking to the wrong guy. I kind of liked it. Anyway, no, I'm gonna go with this Wikipedia. I mean, this what I remember about the movie Snatch. It's an ensemble crime movie, and well, crime is pretty bad here in Poorhole. Maybe with your experience creating that movie, you have an insight to into like re-entry programs and sort of like prisoner rehabilitation and services for the less privileged. Isn't that true, Guy Ritchie? I suppose those are the exact lessons I learned from making the movie Snatch. Well, you have my vote then.
The actor playing Jafar was so flat.
Yeah, but I kind of like that he was cast as like the sort of like shadow opposite of Aladdin.
He could do that and still be a good actor.
Oh, I feel bad. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just picked the wrong takes. I don't want to say that about him.
Well, what about me? The other guy.
The other guy. Can I do Guy Bennington first?
All right.
Yeah, fine. Well, you invented the accelerator hand dryer. And by using that, we use much less paper. So I'm going to install your hand dryers everywhere in order to improve the environment. That'd be pretty good for business. Okay, you have my vote. And now finally, Just Guy, owner of the Five Guys Burger and Fries franchise.
That's right.
Well, Guy, can I ask you a question?
All right.
How did you get to work today?
Well, like everybody in town, I got in my car, tore up the tires, going on the highway, went to the body shop and had the tires replaced, and then pulled into work.
Guy, I have 3 words for you. Improve the highways.
What? You mean I wouldn't have to get a new set of tires every day?
That's right.
I'm going to go over to this safe. Open it. Oh,
behold, our greatest burger.
This will
How
make...
long has that been in there?
Don't worry about it. Take a bite of this and see if you're still sad.
All right. I'm pretty lightheaded. I've bled out a lot.
You were
that
pretty...
took a long time.
You were giving some good speeches, though, and it was hard to tell that you were dying of blood loss.
Yeah. Thanks, Sheila. You've
Whatever.
always been by my side.
Oh,
I'm starting
Bert.
to pass out just
Bert.
before I take a bite. Home. This is the best burger I've ever had.
Look! Your blood, it's being sucked back into your body.
I'm okay.
But, Bert, this is huge. If we could get burgers like this to everybody, maybe we would stop having so many grief-related deaths.
Well, I guess this all hinges on tomorrow, Election Day.
Well, you have our votes.
I know. We just went through that whole thing.
And we are influential.
I know. I know, Guy Pearce.
Get out.
All right. The next day.
Snivelly. How's it looking?
Looking very good, sir.
Are all the districts reporting in?
Yes. And so far, you're leading by 0.5%.
No one ever overcame a 0.5% deficit in the vote.
Of course. Not that it even matters. Surely he's dead by now anyway.
You're quite right. Who cares if they cast votes for a dead man, Snivelly? Now let's just look at the door and not be shocked by the next person who walks through it.
Fat Caddington, I'm here.
What?
I dropped my cigar into my brandy. But you're dead.
No, I'm not.
And how would you know that Bert was supposed to die yesterday, Fat Caddington?
Sir, I think they're on to us.
Nonsense. It was all Snively, you see. Snively, independently of me, came up with a dastardly plot.
What the fuck, bro?
I'm throwing you under the bus, Snively.
Well, and I haven't voted yet.
Ding, the results. At current rate, what's this? You've managed. Those 5 guys voted for you, and that
You
managed.
shouldn't be able to see that.
And that managed to make up the deficit, but I am still leading by 1 vote. That means I'll win. I'll win.
Not so fast. I haven't voted yet, and this makes it a tie.
Thanks, Sheila.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even though we're tied, they'll give it to me because I'm bigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chris Wallace. I'm here to say that everyone in the town has voted except for one person. So we're just waiting for that person to vote.
Thank you, Wallace. Why are you?
You're welcome.
Why is he still here? I thought we just got him to moderate the debate.
Well, who's the last person to vote then?
Good question.
Well, I'll see you two later.
Yes. Yes, go, Snively, go. You're not part of this.
Oh no, the last vote is by Snively.
Man, well, we fought a good campaign, honey.
Hey everyone, all the votes are in.
Excellent. Go ahead and announce my victory, Chris Wallace.
Well, I'm not going to do that because the winner is Bert
This happens all the time.
Bert
There you go.
Lankowski.
Yeah, it's pronounced exactly as it's spelled. I'm sorry, honey.
Why? Let me say it again, but more forcefully. The winner is Bert Lankowski.
What? No!
What? I won?
That makes me so sad.
Oh no! Oh, he's much older and more frail.
He's spraying blood everywhere in his grief.
Wait, Mr. Fat Caddington, even though you're my enemy, I don't want you to die.
What?
Here,
What a strange
this-
position.
take this half of a hamburger.
An old half of a hamburger. Well, I guess it can't do any harm. My God, it's the best hamburger I've ever tasted. It's enough to make me feel better about the loss of my dreams of power.
Yep, those things are pretty powerful, right? That's right. It's me, Donald Trump. And this is the explanation for why I became normal. I had a Five Guys hamburger.
I can't tell, but I feel like you're just like have your bottom lip like up over your upper. It's really okay. But Bert, you did great. Well done. And you've made peace with Fat Caddington, and Snively has come around to your side after his boss threw him under the bus, which is understandable.
Hello.
And the Five Guys love you now, and
Yeah.
and Guy Ritchie is making a movie about you starring Guy Pearce. I'm Bert. I'm running for mayor.
That's a cut and print.
We want to hear a speech from the new mayor.
Speech.
Speech! Yes, I want to hear a speech too. Speech!
Well, all right, citizens of Poorhole, Well, I only ever wrote a concession speech, so you know what? I don't need this written down speech anyway. I'm just going to speak from my heart, which is full of blood, like it's supposed to be.
Well,
and
that's good.
And I just want to say that, you all helped me get to where I am right now. Not all of you. Actually,
I didn't.
nearly half of you didn't. I won by one vote.
I was antagonistic up until moments ago.
That's right. That I remember. But
And we made it unnecessarily difficult.
it's true. Even so, I think this is the moment that we come together as a town and turn Poor Hole into nice land.
Maybe Poor Hole isn't a good name for a town.
Now, who wants burgers?
Yay! Bert!
Bert, I'll never feel sad again.
That's a dangerous position to take, but...
I'm committing to it.
Oh, Bert. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, babe. Well,
Who would have thought that through elected office, you could improve the lives of the people you were elected to represent?
it's an unusual tactic to take, but that's what I believe in. Now, I'm about to be mayor, so, honey, what say we go home and finally clean my stinky, poopy butt?
I'm glad no one ever noticed. That was an inspiring tale of how the system should work.
I agree, and a story of hope. Hope is what I'm feeling a little bit of these days, Jesse.
Just a little.
And that's 100% more than I have during parts of this year, for sure.
Very
and beyond.
Well, Josh, if people wanted to know where you stand on social media issues, as in where can they find you on social media, where would that be?
Well, my finding me on social media platform is that you should go to @TheJoshPiltShow on Instagram or @JoshPiltShow on Twitter. And Jesse, what about you?
Well, I've said from the beginning of my campaign that if you want to find me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Jesse.Moriarty and on Twitter @JesseMoriarty. Now,
That's right.
There is a surprising groundswell of support for a third-party candidate, Steve Wilder Blumenthal of WilderBlueMusic.com. Is he the one who's been creating all the original music for Big Town Improv?
That's the one, and yeah, his grassroots movement of the tromboner party.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Really, yep.
Die-hard
is
tromboner.
Really, gaining some steam.
And so that's Steve Wilder Blumenthal of WilderBlueMusic.com.
That's the one.
Now, so from the class president race, where your opponent is a stinky poopy bottom,
to the White House, where Trump is normal and nice now.
Yeah. And from there to the day after Lex Luthor killed Superman, and then every other hero. And from there to the poor town of Poor Hole.
And from Poor Hole to Big Town.
And from Big Town to your town. Bye. Farväl.